It's a good afternoon from me here today. Today I'm at this very beautiful picturesque church, very unusually unique as well to what I'm used to. So today we're at Utterby, which lies in between Louth and Grimsby in Lincolnshire. So we're going to have a look round. So let's go check it out. Truly is a remarkable site here, Utterby at St Andrews. It's good to be out. Back to doing what I love best, is barefooting, grounding myself. The sun is shining up there. We've missed you, old friend. Glad to have you back. Synchronizing myself with all the energies. Talking about energies, Utterby is situated off the Meridian line which runs through Cleethorpes and up. There's a lot of places I'll be explaining more about this Meridian line and other energy grids and ley lines in future videos. I'll be doing one. So let's go have a look around this truly peaceful setting here. As you can see here, there's the remains of a ancient cross. There's no longer anymore. Yes. Glorious. Yeah, look round there. I was just admiring. Bear with me a second. Look at that beautiful house. This is Utterby Manor. What a lovely house that is. Close by. It's a little bit bigger than my mansion in Grimsby. My humble abode. But it's a very unusual church, this. It caught my eye. Obviously, it's ancient doorway here is a very early Anglo-Saxon. But this chalk, like chalk brickwork, sandstone, limestone, there's a great mix here. So you've got some Normans and later restorations, but I'd like to know if this quarry, with it being called St Andrews, come from the chalk quarry where we went to the other week. Utterby upon Humber, St Andrews. So you've got St Andrews here is Utterby. It is quite a good few miles in that direction towards Laceby, but there is a chalk quarry there what was used by the church there at St Andrews in Utterby upon Humber. So I won't like to speculate, but I'd lay good money on it. That's where these chalk blocks came from. It's on I do believe this is a man-made mound as well that we're now situated on. So you got at the top of the bell tower here, they had a very good view, panoramic views. And you got your traditional Victorian era, and then later during the Art Nouveau period, headstones. Yeah, you can see it's very old bell tower up there. Definitely over 1,000 years old. Just wish the sun wasn't going behind the clouds. Keeps popping out, playing peekaboo with me today. Interesting little stone. Like fungus all over it. I was looking at churches in the area after going to Marsh Chapel this week and Northcote. I was looking at churches in the area and this one immediately popped in my eye. Like, wow. It's what I love. It's like coming to new places, exploring, having these barefoot adventures. It's amazing. Like, I do love it. I'm enjoying my life right now, doing what I love best. So I'm at home visiting places like this, learning about all these different churches and trying to guess what happened here. So the Vikings settled here. It's like Utterby, there's Utterby. I think it means outer. So a lot of Vikings after the Great Heathen Army invasion of the Vikings around 800 AD. Loads settled across various parts of settlements across the Humber. There was interest in agriculture and farming, and yeah, so it shaped Britain to what it is pretty much today. Well, it's a great shame that a lot of these stained glass windows have been repaired and sadly are no more. So we've had these civil wars and reformations between the Catholics and the Protestants. Oh yeah. Utterby upon Humber chalk quarry. I wonder. Interesting symbolism. Rushby's Victorian headstones there. Excuse the plane in the background. William Henry Harold. Late of the Inner Temple Esquire, barrister at law, 1860, who died on the 10th day of August 1867, aged 42 years. You see there's some very esoteric symbolism in there. Just watch my feet, very overgrown. I'm unsure what that is though. Is it a griffin or something? Gryffindor. There's exceptional beauty. This church just transcends in the heart of Lincolnshire. So I've just learned about this medieval bridge here. It's very ancient. Like 700 or 800 years old, this is believed. So they had this stream here and it was for ancient pilgrims and trade routes. They used to cross this bridge. And the placard there. The Packhorse Bridge, Utterby. So you've got traders and the crossing. So with me being a barefoot enthusiast, I do wonder when the last person to cross this like little bridge, medieval bridge, the last person crossing it barefoot. So I probably am the first person to do this in such a long time, hundreds of years, so quite the honour. There we go. So there would be a freshwater spring around here somewhere. So you've got the main road there. So it's been laid more in modern times, but before this road existed, you had this little charming little medieval bridge. It's one I have to admire its modesty and its beauty. If I want such a steep incline, I would go there to bathe my feet in there. You see the ancient stone masonry. Does look older than 700 years. It's been reinforced there with cobblestones. And that's the Packhorse Bridge in Utterby. It's down the road from the church there. You've got St Andrew's just there. And it's charming little beauty. So obviously pilgrims and traders, there would have been some bustling market trade somewhere within the vicinity here. And they needed to get over this fresh water stream. Remarkable. So just noticed these, I'm not sure if this is an ancient part of an ancient road, or it would have been a wall from the original church grounds. So I think whoever, this looks very similar to the bridge there, the Packhorse Bridge, laid these stones. So they put a bench there a few years later, and this tree around it, maybe some meeting place. I just noticed that it's like brickwork, so I don't know. I'm not sure if it's a remnants of the ancient road that came, because it is aligned with the Packhorse Bridge. And maybe it's the original like path of road to come into the church. As you can see on the grass verge here, this is a very old ancient wall on the outside of the church. It runs along. It's great. It's great to be back barefoot walking, especially after all the rain that we've had. The ground is very lush. It's quite a pleasure to walk on the ground when it's like this, other than like dry scorched ground of the heat waves. But it's just great to get grounded. It's amazing. This is very ancient stone stonemasonry here and construction. So I have seen earlier like capstones. That one's pointing down. I've seen several other churches that I've visited with pointing upwards. I'm unsure what they mean yet. If you do know what they mean, I'd love to hear in the comments. Apologise for the gardener over there. For all the days he does his gardening, I'm visiting this peaceful church. It's kind of annoying. Well, this is like part one. So this is like part one. I'm going to wrap it up there. Have a look for part two. We're going to have a look inside for part two. So please like, share, subscribe, carry on commenting intriguing questions. We'll wrap it up here for outside at the end of part one. So remember to take care of yourselves and each other. God bless.